Urgent Montreal Canadiens fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Montreal Canadiens updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Montreal Canadiens fans, you know how much we love a good drama, a big trade, a game-changing move, and, let's be honest, the thrill of waiting to see what our beloved Habs are up to behind the scenes. And folks, I've got some news that's causing a real stir right now in the hockey world. Something that could shake up the NHL landscape as we know it. Yes, I'm talking about a potential blockbuster trade involving none other than Jamie Drysdale, one of the brightest young defensemen in the league. The Canadiens, always looking to strengthen their roster and build for the future, are apparently considering a serious offer to bring Drysdale to Montreal, and let me tell you, the rumors are flying, the fans are buzzing, and the hockey analysts are dissecting every little detail. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me give you a quick background on this young phenom. Jamie Drysdale, he's not just any defenseman. He's a player with incredible skill, a high hockey IQ, and a maturity that's far beyond his years. Drafted by the Anaheim Ducks, he quickly established himself as a cornerstone for their rebuild, showing flashes of brilliance that remind many of some of the top defenders in the league. His skating, his puck-moving ability, and his defensive positioning make him a real asset, and with his leadership qualities, he's seen as a future captain material for sure. Drysdale, only in his early 20s, already has a ton of experience under his belt, and his numbers this season have been pretty impressive, especially considering the Ducks are in a bit of a rebuilding phase. But here's where it gets really interesting. The Montreal Canadiens, a team with a rich history, a passionate fan base, and a roster eager for reinforcements, are eyeing Drysdale as a key piece to their puzzle. The Habs have been working to shore up their defensive core, which, let's face it, has been a bit inconsistent lately. The addition of a young, dynamic defenseman like Drysdale could be exactly what they need to turn the tide, to add that extra layer of skill and leadership needed to push for playoffs this season and beyond. And, of course, this move would signal a clear statement from the Canadiens that they're serious about competing, about making a splash in the upcoming NHL season. Now, I know what you're thinking, what could a trade involving Drysdale look like? Well, insiders suggest that the Canadiens might be offering a package that includes some prospects, draft picks, and maybe even a veteran or two to sweeten the deal. On the other side, the Ducks, who are in the middle of their rebuild, could be looking for young talent and future assets to accelerate their development. The negotiations are still in the early stages, but the buzz is that both sides see the potential for a mutually beneficial deal that could reshape their roster significantly. The implications are huge. For Montreal, it's about adding a piece that could elevate their defense to a new level, and for Anaheim, it's about acquiring the kind of talent that can help them grow faster. As we speak, the hockey world is watching these negotiations unfold. The fans of both teams are speculating wildly, social media is filled with mock lineups, trade scenarios, and opinions on whether this move makes sense. Some say Drysdale would be a perfect fit in Montreal's system, bringing youth, speed, and a defensive mindset that the Canadiens desperately need. Others wonder if the Ducks are willing to part with such a promising player, especially considering his potential to become a franchise cornerstone in Anaheim's future. It's a classic case of two teams at different stages of their evolution, trying to find common ground. But let's take a moment here to appreciate just how exciting this is for us, the fans. The anticipation, the rumors, the insider leaks, it's what makes hockey so addictive. And as we edge closer to the trade deadline, these kinds of developments tend to heat up even more. The Canadiens, historically known for their emphasis on strong defense and team play, could be making a move that signals a new era. Drysdale's addition could help solidify their blue line, giving them that extra confidence to face tough opponents and maybe even go on a deep playoff run. And for the Ducks, it's about rebuilding with a focus on youth, bringing in prospects that can develop into stars over the next few seasons. Now, I know some of you are already wondering about the specifics. What would Montreal give up? Well, it's all speculation at this point, But some reports suggest that the Canadiens might offer a combination of prospects like Jordan Harris or Cale Clog, along with a couple of draft picks, perhaps a second or third rounder this year or next. In return, they could be getting Drysdale, a player who's already showed he can handle NHL minutes and has a ceiling that's sky-high. The trade talks are also said to involve discussions about salary cap implications, contract extensions, and team fit, but overall, the vibe is that both sides see the potential for a deal that could benefit them in the long run. Meanwhile, the Canadiens are also exploring other options, as always. They've been active in the market, looking for ways to improve their roster, and Drysdale has emerged as a top target. The coaching staff and management are analyzing every detail, weighing the risks and rewards. They know that acquiring a player of Drysdale's caliber could be a turning point. His defensive prowess and ability to contribute offensively would complement the existing core of players like Caden Gull, Mike Matheson, and David Savard. Plus, his youth means he can be a part of the Canadiens' future for years to come. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet. These negotiations are complex, involving multiple layers of discussions, approvals, and negotiations at the management level. But the fact that this rumor has gained such traction tells us how serious it is. The Montreal Canadiens, known for their proud history and relentless pursuit of excellence, are apparently willing to make bold moves to get back to the top of the league standings. And Drysdale, with his talent and potential, fits perfectly into that vision. Looking ahead, fans are speculating about what this could mean for the team's chemistry. Would Drysdale adapt quickly to the Canadian style? Could he become a leader on and off the ice? These are questions that only time will answer. But one thing is clear, Montreal is making waves, and this potential trade is just the beginning. The excitement is building, and the season is coming up fast, so all eyes are on the Canadiens and their management as they navigate these turbulent waters. Now, I want to switch gears a bit and talk about the bigger picture. The NHL as a whole is in a phase of transition. Young stars are emerging, rivalries are intensifying, and teams are more aggressive than ever in the trade market. The Canadiens, with their storied history, are eager to write a new chapter, and moves like this are exactly what they need to do to stay competitive. The addition of a player like Drysdale would not only boost their on-ice performance but also send a message to the league that Montreal is serious about contending again. And let's not forget the fans. The passion that surrounds the Canadiens is unmatched. Every trade rumor, every signing, every game is a cause for celebration or heartbreak. We live for these moments. We analyze every detail, debate every possibility, and dream of the day when our team hoists the Stanley Cup once more. This potential Drysdale trade has the power to energize the fanbase, to bring everyone together in hope and anticipation. So, as we watch these negotiations unfold, what should you be doing? Stay tuned, stay engaged, and keep that passion alive. Because in the world of hockey, especially with the Canadiens, the next big move could be just around the corner. Whether it's a blockbuster trade, a key signing, or a surprising draft pick, we know that Montreal always finds a way to keep us on the edge of our seats. And right now, the talk of the town is this bold potential move involving Jamie Drysdale. Will it happen? Will it be the start of something great? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the excitement is real, and we're all here for it. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Montreal Canadiens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. Now, fans, imagine Drysdale in that iconic Canadiens red, blue, and white, skating with that confidence, bringing his youthful energy to the Bell Center. The potential chemistry with Gull and Matheson could be electrifying, creating a shutdown pairing that opponents will fear. The Canadiens have been looking for that missing piece, and while no official confirmation has come out yet, we're all holding our breath because the signs point to something big brewing behind the scenes. And just imagine the headlines if this deal gets done. The Montreal Canadiens, once again, making a bold statement in the NHL, signaling their intent to compete at the highest level. Fans are dreaming about playoff battles, about re-establishing their dominance, and Drysdale could be the catalyst for that resurgence. The young defender's style of play fits perfectly with the Canadiens' identity: fast, aggressive, and disciplined. His ability to move the puck up ice and contribute offensively adds another dimension to Montreal's blue line. Plus, the cultural fit is perfect. Montreal is a city that breathes hockey, a city that values hard work and passion. Drysdale, with his work ethic and leadership qualities, could quickly become a fan favorite. Imagine the standing ovations at the Bell Center whenever he makes a big play, or the moments he steps up in crucial playoff games. That's the kind of impact that could define the next era for the Canadiens. And, of course, the management knows this too. They're carefully considering every aspect of this potential deal, knowing that one move can change the course of a franchise. Now, for those of you who follow the NHL closely, you know how unpredictable trades can be. Sometimes, what looks like a done deal falls apart at the last minute, and other times, surprises come out of nowhere. But based on what we're hearing, this Drysdale move is more than just a rumor. It's a real possibility, a sign that the Canadiens are willing to shake things up to get back to their winning ways. And with the season just around the corner, the timing couldn't be better. The players, the coaches, the front office, they're all aware of how crucial this window is, and they're doing everything they can to give Montreal the best shot at glory. As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to emphasize that the next few days will be critical. Watch the news, follow the insiders, and stay engaged because the hockey world is buzzing about this potential blockbuster. The Canadiens are not just looking to make any trade, they're aiming for a move that could define their future and send a message to the league that they're back in the game, stronger than ever. Whether or not the Drysdale deal goes through, one thing is certain: this is an exciting time for Montreal Canadiens fans. We're on the edge of our seats, waiting for that next big chapter to unfold. And believe me, when it does, you'll want to be right here, watching, listening, and celebrating all the action with us. Because for us, hockey isn't just a game, it's a passion, a tradition, and a never-ending story of hope and resilience. And right now, that story might just be taking a dramatic new turn, all thanks to a young defenseman named Jamie Drysdale. So, stay tuned, stay excited, and as always, go Habs go!